Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmate. I am Mark Nelson Ebiado from Group C. And our topic for today is the changing global landscape for the 21st century. 21st century. The first 21st century is the current century of the Anno Domini era or Common Era. Global landscape covering with influencing or relating to the whole world. According to Diller's report, if we are to select and prepare to the new generation of teachers, equipped with the knowledge, skills, and values to help their culturally different and socially advantaged to learn and to become socially responsible citizens, significant changes are needed.
The 21st Century Changing Global Landscape. In Mrs. Rosalia Santos' essay, the Philippines experienced many changes as it approached the 21st century. These changes have encompassed all aspects of life in the country, from political to economic, technology, society, and the environment. Comparable changes have occurred in the other Southeast Asian countries. All this will definitely have a significant impact on you as a teacher and your student as you face life in the 21st century. It is important that you understand these changes so that you will be better equipped to adapt to them. In turn, you will also be better at helping your students adapt to these changes as well. Always remember that you cannot give what you do not have. That's all. Thank you.
The changing global landscape and the 21st century skills for teachers, covering, influencing, or relating to the whole world. According to Zhu, 2006, Simayo, Innotech, 2011, they have so many categories. This is his key categories: new learning environment, new learning content, new process of learning, new type of learners, and new type of teachers.
New learning environment, a place where interaction of learners and teachers happens. It simply means that learning is not only takes place in four walls of classroom, instead it uses technology, knowing the fact that we are in the 21st century. This topic, no more traditional classroom settings, and the learner-centered, means the student is responsible on his learning whereas teachers are facilitating the student. It could be both learners interacting each other. Examples in the museum, labs, use of modern technology in teaching, and library.
When we say new learning content, from the word itself, it's pertaining to content, theme, ideas of subject matter. When we say traditional new learning content, there's no exchanging of thought and ideas. While the new learning content or 21st century, meron na siyang exchanging of thought. They encourage to study with each other. Like, naniniwala sila na mas maraming matututunan ang mga estudyante or bata sa exchanging of ideas. These are the characteristics of new learning content. Integrated or interdisciplinary. It means that they are interrelated to each other, especially the topic of the subject matter under one discipline, one topic, there are a lot of points. Example ng interdisciplinary is yung the subject na physics. You can learn in this area both science and mathematics. Ibig sabihin nun is sa isang subject is may matututunan kang dalawa. Something that involves two areas of learning. Demand-driven example dito is yung sa OJT. And emphasizing on making sure graduates are dream career goals. It's adapt to the needs of learner and employer. Balance concept, it means kailangan balanse ang konsepto ng ituturo ng mga teacher. Example sa balance concept is, nagtuturo ang teacher, kailangan niya mag-alat ng time kung hanggang anong oras lang siya magtuturo sa isang area para mabalanse niya ang konsepto na hindi buong araw ay isang area lang ang matututunan ng mga mag-aaral. Focuses in learning tools. Nakapokus na ang pagtuturo ngayon sa mga learning tools katulad na lang ng video presentation, PPT o PowerPoint, Docs, and etc. Dahil most of the student ngayon is matututo kapag nakikita o nagbabasa nila ang kanilang mga pinag-aaralan. Learner-centered means that the learner is responsible for learning, while the tutorial responsible for facilitating the learner. Sa learner-centered, dito is yung teacher is taga-guide lang sila, taga-assist sa mga estudyante nila. While the student is sila mismo hahanap ng mas mapapadali ang pag-iintindi nila sa lesson na binigay ng teacher. At dito pumapasok yung self-study.
So, here are the 4 new process of learning and how it will be facilitated. First is the face-to-face learning. The traditional classroom or face-to-face instruction is when the instructor and the students of a non-profit educational institution are in a place devoted to instruction and the teaching and learning take place at the same time. In this setting, all performances and displays of work are allowed. The second new process of learning is what we call the distance learning. There is no physical interaction and it uses internet, email, etc. Distance learning is simply an educational course that is delivered remotely, meaning that students can complete some of all their coursework without having a physical presence in a classroom or a campus. It is also a method of study where teachers and students do not meet in a classroom but use the internet, email, mail, etc. to have classes. The third learning method is blended modality. There is a ratio between traditional and online. Also, blended learning is a system where students receive instruction from a teacher in a physical classroom and via online courses. So for example, someone could take a course on the principles of SEO at a local university, then complete related assignments and watch a video lecture on the subject as well. Or perhaps the in-person instruction comes from seminars taught within the workplace. The fourth learning process is the lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is the ongoing, voluntary, and self-motivated pursuit of knowledge for either personal or professional reasons. Therefore, it not only enhances social inclusion, active citizenship, and personal development, but also self-sustainability as well as competitiveness and employability.
New types of learner. New types of learner doesn't have age boundaries. New types of learner is a confident person who thinks critically and independently. Some of learners, kaya nilang pag-aralan yung isang lesson mag-isa. Minsan, nagre-rely pa sila sa sarili nila kung ano yung pagkakaintindi nila sa isang lesson. Yun yung mas papaboran nila. New types of learner is communicate effectively dahil nga sa technology, sa internet, sa social media, mas napapadali ang pagkokomunikasyon ng mga learners sa isa't isa. New types of learner is a concerned citizen dahil nga sa social media, yung mga learners is aware sila sa mga nangyayari sa paligid nila. Dahil doon, mas vocal sila na stand yung point nila
Life and career today seems to spread each of us thinner and thinner. We each must be able to have characteristics beyond thinking skills and content knowledge. The ability to navigate the complex life and work environments in the globally competitive as well as collaborative information age requires students to pay rigorous attention to developing adequate life and career skills. Collaboration. Collaboration is a critical global life and career skill. Students that learn to work together outperform students that work in traditional independent/isolated environments. But intentional and purposeful collaboration doesn't come naturally. It must be facilitated with accountable and strategic instruction. Creating caring and respectful cooperative classrooms gives teachers leverage with powerful results.
Flexibility and adaptability. Learners adapt to various roles, responsibilities, and schedules because they can apply it as they are towing their path as a professional. They can adapt and be flexible in uncertain situation. Initiative and self-direction. They are intended to manage their personal goal by being initiative to their core. They don't need to detail instruction.
Social and cross-cultural skills. Interact effectively with others. Know when it is appropriate to listen and when to speak. Conduct themselves in a respectable, professional manner. Activity and accountability. Manage projects. Set and meet goals, even in the face of obstacles and competing pressure. Prioritize, plan, and manage work to achieve the intended result. Leadership and responsibility. Guide and lead others. Use interpersonal and problem-solving skills to influence and guide others towards a goal. Leverage strengths of others to accomplish a common goal. Inspire others to reach their very best via example and selflessness. Demonstrate integrity and ethical behavior in using
The new type of teachers. It's a different vision for education, one in which the teacher assumes a position in relation to the environment. In reality, and this is merely our interpretation of it, has nothing to do with being, rather assume an attitude of respect. Essentially, and this is where things can seem a bit too complex, the teacher become a part of environment, which is itself neat and orderly, carefully thought out and meticulous map.